So let me ask y'all a question real quick, just because he brought that up. This is more so for the women. I just want to see y'all personal input on this, because people do say this, and then some people say they don't. Do y'all believe in the whole one pot thing, or do y'all believe that it's his job to take care of the majority of it, and then your money is your money? What do y'all believe?
It's for me, it's 3 pots. Your pot, my pot, our pot.
Yes.
Whatever I put into our pot is whatever you use to pay the bills or whatever. But my pot, you don't get to come over here talking about what I could buy, what I cannot buy.
Right.
It's my pot, and I can't do that in your pot either. So,
which means
we only have. I mean, unless it's just something outrageous, stupid. But 3 pots, my pot, your pot, our pot.
Which means you're not submitting. But continue.
How? Because we have
that don't have nothing to do with it.
Have to do with submission.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with it. We
are. Hold on, fighters.
How that mean you're not submitting?
Right. Explain that.
If we agree to this, and you tell me if we come up with a number that both of us supposed to be putting into our pot, I'm submitting to that because I'm putting that amount into that pot. Just because I have a separate pot don't mean that, because I don't clear your mouth when you have a problem with what I'm buying.
Exactly. But when I want to go to TJ Maxx 3-4 times a week, I don't need to hear your mouth. Because I'm spending my money.
But you said he can't even come over at all. That's your personal.
No, I said unless it's something outrageous. I did say that. I did specify unless it's something outrageous, then he don't get to comment on what you buying because it's your money in your pot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I'm not working, it's one pot.
What I'm telling you is, personally, I need inside of my household, I know where every dollar that comes in this household is going out. It's no separate personal, private entity going on. Even if you got your own pot, I need to know where that money is going.
You don't need to know where I'm spending my money. If I want to go buy a purse, if I want to go buy some shoes, if I want to go buy some candy from the convenience store, that's my business.
I'm working for this. I'm working for this.
I work. Exactly. I'm working. I make money just like you're making money.
Yeah.
I need to know.
You don't. And I'm afraid for the woman. I'm afraid for the woman that's dealing with you, because if she's not there and tell you everything that she's buying. Oh, I'm going to the grocery store. Let me read off the grocery list and tell you. Oh, no, that's not what we're doing.
Not that detail. Not that.
But that's what you're saying, though. You need to know everything she's spending.
But you said even if it's not outrageous, you still need to know.
But if you have your personal pot and you're loaning somebody money, I need to know about things like that.
What?
That could be an issue.
How? If it's her money?
It's my money. Is it? Does it
involve you? If the person pay her back or don't pay,
our bills are still getting paid. Our bills are still getting paid, right? Because if I give my mama some money, that's my business. Our bills are still getting paid. No, everything in our household is taken care of. If you lend your mama some money, I don't expect you to come back and tell me. That's your business.
There's no your money in a marriage. It's our money. I need to know where it's going.
We say
that's what our money pot is for.
Exactly. Our money and our
you could go in that pot and look at everything. Yes, you can get the statements and everything. You could go through everything in our pot, but my pot, unless I'm doing something outrageous, you don't need to know what's going on over there, and I don't need to know what's going on over there in yours.
That ain't gonna work for me, because our pot is our pot together. Our pot together means that's the pot that we make decisions together on. Your personal pot, you do make the personal decisions yourself. I'm not going to make those decisions, but I do need to be aware of everything that's coming in and out of this house. And I'm not talking about the small details. I'm talking about anything that can affect this household. You loaning out money. That's how people go through divorces. And the man ain't realize this woman had this secret stash on the side where she done saved up $100,000. That's how this stuff happens.
Ain't no secret. We going into this knowing we got 3 pots. Ain't no secret. I could agree that it becomes a problem when the person agree that we gonna have this one pot and then have a secret account. No, but we're going into this being known that we got 3 pots, and our pot is for everything, even entertainment, whatever you want to do together, whatever, blah blah. That's going in our pot. But my pot is my pot. That's why I say my pot, and your pot is your pot.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work for me.
Yeah, we see that.
So, Tori, what was your side on it? You with the 3 pots, the 1 pot, the 2 pots, the 6 pots?
He on the 1 pot. He on the 1 pot. Well, even if it is 3 pots, he still need to know what's going on in every pot.
I'm asking Tori. Tori, how many pots y'all got?
Yes. You go to work Monday through Friday. I go to work Monday through Friday. We got household interpretations that's handled. If you choose to leave and go buy a pair of shoes, it's a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
If I want to go to, you get what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't have to call and say, hey, I'm about to buy a pair of shoes. I'm buying a pair of shoes.
I agree.
So you got 3 pots.
Yeah.
But what if you're dealing with a man that got a child and you find out that in his separate pot, he had to help her with some bills and you didn't even know nothing about it? Shouldn't that be something you should have known, even though that's his separate pot?
That's his responsibility.
But that ain't got nothing to do with the pot, though. I feel like that got to do with lack of communication.
That's what I'm not saying I'm controlling.
Because you could have got it out of the 3rd pot, but because you failed to communicate it, you had to take it out of your own pot. If it was communicated, we would have took it out of that 3rd pot.
My whole thing. Wait. Let me ask something. Let me ask something. Wait. Let me ask something. Because I'm seeing a trend now. Y'all kind of emphasize that if I gotta do something on the side, I should not have to come to you. But then Tori just said now it's a lack of communication. This is kind of confusing now. So should we have to consult each other or should we not?
No, we shouldn't.
No.
My whole concept.
Because we don't have to. And just because he had to give you supposed to take care of your responsibility, even if that do come out your pot. Now, if you couldn't afford it and you ask, oh, can we, now it need to be communicated that this is what you need to do. You need to take it out our pot. Okay, whatever. But if you have to do that, you have to give your baby mother some money for your son and all that, and that's coming out your pot. I still don't need to know that because that's your responsibility anyway. I'm expecting you to take care of your child.
Now, are you talking about responsibilities for the kids, or you talking about paying her bills?
I'm talking about whatever she needs. But
no, I feel like I feel like that's just like if the kids call, the kids gonna pick a parent to call because they know one who's easier. Gonna send it faster. Mom, can you send me X amount of money? Yeah, boom. I may send it out of my money or I may send it out of the joint money. It solely depends on what I'm doing at the time. I might not have time to communicate it with you.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not disagreeing with that. My whole thing is communication. As long as we're aware of any big spending that's happening, because I don't care about the small stuff, shoes.
But initially, you said every little thing.
No, well, that's why. Let me clarify. If I said that, let me clarify what I'm saying now. Anything that
you ain't gave free time to clarify.
Anything. I know about it, even if it's
right.
Y'all whole point was it don't matter with your pot. You do whatever you want to do with it. I'm saying no. Not whatever you want to do with it.
I said I specifically excluded outrageous things that could affect us, whatever. But
not at first, but go ahead.
That is exactly what I said. I said outrageous things. Stop playing with me. You're not gonna stop playing with me.
She did say outrageous things.
Your 3rd separate pot is private. That's exactly.
Yeah, I said you don't need to be knowing what's going over here unless it's something outrageous or something that's gonna affect us. That's exactly what I said.
Okay.
But other than that, you said even if it's not, I still need to know everything that's going on.
My whole thing is decisions that can affect.
As much as I go to Target, you don't even need
I'm not gonna call you and tell you every time.
No, just some things you ain't even going to do unless you tell me. If I'm in a relationship with the person and you're not giving your exes no money, you're not loaning out no big money. Because that's
why would I be giving an ex some money?
I'm just giving examples. You're not even loaning your cousins and stuff certain amount of money unless I know it could affect our household. This might not be a person worthy of being loaned to. This could be.
So you think your woman is gonna loan somebody money knowing that it it could mess up y'all household if she don't have it. If she know what y'all got in y'all our pot, and she know y'all can't handle, she loan out money in her pot because she might need to put some more into our pot. That's crazy. You don't trust your partner enough to make fucking good decisions. Like what? Why would I be lending out money that could affect our bills or our household or whatever? But if I want to lend my cousin some money and we are good, you don't need to know that.
But when it goes left, guess who you gonna come and get? If it goes left with a man and you can't get your money, guess who always get called up?
What man?
Yeah.
What man?
No. So he's giving the example, right? Like if you in the situation, right, and you got the husband, whatever, now I'm saying, or boyfriend, I don't know how y'all placing the relationship. But if you got this person and say you go to lend money, but it was actually you lending money, and now you be like, yo, that person need to pay me back. He's introducing the fact that now when that person don't want to pay you back, he's saying, I guarantee you gonna want to go to your husband to have, or a boyfriend to have that conversation about that.
About my cousin?
About the person not, because you lent the money, about the person not giving you back the money that you lent.
I tell that person to lend me that money or understand that I took an L. Why get you involved to put you in a situation that might turn physical?
And that's why we need them.
Don't want to give this money back.
And that's why we need.
Person don't want to give this money back. Me telling you is just going to make the problem even worse, and then that's just jeopardizing all of us.
It's not going to make the problem worse because I may tell you to take the L, but from now on, that's why we make decisions like that together.
Oh, so I'm gonna tell you just for you to tell me take that L.
Yeah.
I will know that I just took the L.
No, he was chiming in the fact, like the part that you add about maybe it could be going left. That if there was a consultation between the two parties from the beginning, this also could have been a preventative measure. You get what I'm saying? Like this whole thing about maybe this could even go violent wouldn't even be a thing if y'all were all in on it.
Right. I agree that it could be like if I decided to lend out money to this person and I don't get it back, then that's my lesson that I cannot lend this person money. But that don't mean that I still have to tell you that. Like I just need to take that L and move on. Like
this is similar.
I mean, Kevin, if I call you on a Monday and say, hey, Kevin, send me $10 for lunch, I got to call and say, hey, I just had Kevin send me $10 for lunch.
All right, Tori, stop being extreme, Tori. Not the $10. Y'all, all right, y'all being really extreme.
We never put our amount on anything. We just start lending people money.
Yeah.
All right, come on now. Y'all be fair.
Like, of course it's a big amount. You should trust me not to make no stupid decision. I'm going to lend a lot of money. Like,
right.
So, all right, wait. Okay.
That should be an understanding from the get-go. Why are we even lending?
People already have the understanding.
If it's not our kids, then what we doing?
I just don't understand how you can submit and want a guy to have leadership, but have details of your life that's private. That's the only thing that's the issue for me when I have these conversations. How can you have a portion of your life that's private, but say I want you to be a great leader? Like that's
how is that private? You know about the account.
No, but I'm talking about even I'm going back to the typical things like that in general because you also had the conversation about the social media posts when me and Kevin had the conversation with you and Izzy, where y'all was saying y'all social media posts ain't got nothing to do with the man as well. I'm saying if you have aspects of your life that don't have nothing to do with me, how can I be an effective leader?
What was going on with the social media? I wasn't in that conversation.
You just like to throw a lot of stuff in to make a point that's still not a point, like because
it was the point of when talking boundaries about the things that should be consulted with your spouse versus the things that should not be. It stemmed around a conversation about is a person kind of like if a person out of line for like pouring, like putting a lot of the business like on social media and stuff like that. Like the boundaries of what to do and what not to do. That's kind of where that conversation had stemmed from before we had it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is appropriate enough for you to just be jumping? Like, should you consult with your spouse before you just start throwing stuff up on Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat? You know what I'm saying? Like it was like an argument between them of saying that some people say they shouldn't have to consult with that person when they put it up versus somebody saying that no, you should consult with your imagery that you choose to
Yeah, and that was another conversation that he said that every little thing that you post needs to be consulted. I said I agree that some things need to be consulted, but every little thing, if I want to repost a dog eating dog food, I need to be like, hey babe, I'm about to repost dog
you're being
like,
extreme.
y'all said every little thing though. Y'all said every Jesus. You said I need to know every little thing you posting. That's what I said. No, that's what I said. I said every little thing. You said I need to know everything you posting. Y'all both said that.
Yeah, I said it.
I don't need to know everything I'm posting.
But I feel like social media is for entertainment purposes, and I feel like when it comes to personal things, of course, just stay off the internet. That's house business. House business is house business. But when it comes to entertainment, like she said, posting the dog, like that's easy. Yeah, I don't have to come to you and say, "Hey, I'm posting."
And if I want to post some pictures of me, of myself on my social media, I need to tell you.
No, I don't.
Depending on what the pictures look like.
First,
I'm not going to be out here with my booty out. I mean,
yes, Jess.
I might be a fire red.
Now, if you carry your social media in a more of a conservative way, then just know that wouldn't be a problem. But let's not act like we don't know how the majority of women are doing it. And the majority of women, watch this. Wait. Y'all not about to act like. Wait, hold it. Y'all not about to act like the majority of women pictures don't look like this. They brown poke out. Y'all not about to act like that ain't how the majority of their pictures look now.
We grown women to see that ain't even an issue.
If you know them people post that, why even entertain that person? Now you're gonna entertain that person and be like, well, I don't like the pictures you was posting when you got with me because you like the picture that I posted. That is crazy. You're not gonna come in and try to change what I was already doing. Now, if you get with somebody that's been conservative on the social media and post proper pictures, there's no reason for me to consult with you every time I post something.
This is the issue.
You already know my social media. Now you're gonna have that insecurity or whatever you want to put it when you know you're dealing with somebody that was already posting it, and why get with that person anyway?
This is the disconnect that a lot of dudes and a lot of females have when it comes to leadership, because females think a lot of not saying y'all, but there's a lot of females that look at leadership as you just having to be the person that fix and I can come to my problems with. But they don't look at leadership from the controlling things before a problem actually arises. Because even women that say they want leaders, they still have this aspect. I have personal things I want to be able to do this, and then when something goes wrong, that I come to you and fix it. But leadership ain't just fixing a problem. Leadership is also preventive, and that's the problem that a lot of people have.
Right. But I think it all too boils down to standards and morals. How do you respect yourself? What are the standards for yourself? What are your morals? And are you willing to, because when we do this stuff, I'm pretty sure you know what's going to come behind it. So are you ready for that? And you know, one, I'm not single. Two, other people are now looking at my spouse like, oh, it's okay. Or you get what I'm saying? Like it boils down to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so did everybody answer the original question, right? I know we done drifted far away from it.
Oh, yeah.
And that question was who determines who the prize was in the relationship. Everybody did dive in on this?
Yeah, I was the last one.
All right, well, let me get my take. I want to answer both of those questions, and then I got one more for us, y'all, but we getting close to our 2-hour mark. And I know y'all just such an argumentative group. But yeah, so as far as the pot thing, this is even quicker. I do believe in the one pot concept, and I think that considerably of large choices, being that I'm an average person, I think that anything over $200 should be consulted with the other person. That's just my personal view, and that's just how the way I'm gonna choose to operate amongst the relationship. I think anything under $200 should be consulted amongst. And I do believe in the one pot concept. That's just my point of view, how I think on that. Now, as far as who determines the price,
even when you blend in the family, you
still need to consult it, dog. Even though y'all are individuals
making money, I'm not talking about the consult. I'm talking about the one pot. Even if you coming at the blended family, you got your kids, I got my kids. We still doing the one pot.
Yes, because you're blending the family. You literally just said we're blending the family.
Yeah,
it ain't no blend. It's not a blend. We're operating separately.
You can blend and have a joint pot, and then we still have our own pot.
Blending our pot. Yes, we can. A lot of blending going on over there.
ladies, I'm not arguing against y'all points. I just gave the perspective of how I'm going to control my situation. I believe in the one pot, and I believe anything over $200 should be consulted. I'm not arguing y'all points. I'm telling y'all how I'm going to operate. Because I keep telling people, yes, we have general speaking, and then you have personal. I hear everything that y'all saying, and I don't disagree with it when y'all speak for yourselves. But if I'm getting involved, we have one pot, and anything over $200, we're going to consult with each other. If that's not understandable, we're not doing this thing. That's where
what does consulting look like, though? Because I believe
we're going to both do it. I'm not going to spend no more than $200 without consulting my goddamn wife, and I expect the same. I'm just telling y'all how I stand. I'm not telling y'all what to do. I'm telling y'all how I'm approaching this.
They don't want to submit. All this goes back to the point I was making. They don't want to submit. Every topic we have is going to go right back. It's
harder for us to move on that. You know that you're making it harder. All I'm doing is giving y'all where I stand to. It's just going to be very easy for me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Listen, I believe if we came together jointly, I believe we work together jointly. Because even though you're independent, if you making money and we're together, the money that I make the house comes first. So I don't understand this whole my pot, your pot, their joint pot. Now, I'm not arguing against y'all. I'm just saying personally, it doesn't make sense to me psychologically. Like if we are together, like, and I'm saying this because like when you talk about the purpose of a man doing what he's doing, everything I'm doing for my family first. So if everything I'm doing for my family first, how the fuck is there any separation of it? Everything I'm doing for my wife and my fucking kids. So there is no separation of this. No, it's one pot. Because everything that I do, no, anything under 200. Because I have kids from multiple women. So if I got to go draw and I got to do something, I'm still running it past. If my oldest son, who's a teenager, he needs something, I'm still gonna say, hey, yo, babe, yo, my boy say he needs such and such, such and such, such and such. We good? I can throw this real quick? Okay, it's cool? Cool. I'm gonna throw it. Y'all act like having conversations are complicated. What is so hard? Hey, babe. Hey, I $300, $400 on my son. Can I do this? What is so hard about bowing the fuck down? What is wrong with people? I'm talking about both sides. Like I promise y'all, you will alleviate so much by just doing it. Why so much ego and just consultation?
And that probably could work if both individuals are on the same page. But I was in a situation where we were not on the same page, and he does have an older son. And so therefore we had to go to 3 accounts. His account, mine, and our joint.
I understand. Yes. In order for it to work, yes, y'all both have to be joined.
Yes, but no. So based on that experience, moving forward for me, his pot, mine, and ours. That's how we got to move. I ain't dealing with no more fuck shit.